Okie dokie.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie. Oh. Wait, will that trigger? Sorry.
Okie dokie. Oh.
Is that true? Yes. That's true. Oh, what did I do wrong?
Okay. So this. And we are live, so we can talk. Oh man.
We are live, so we should talk? Is that what you're trying to say? What a day.
Passwords. What do they mean? There we are.
Multipass.
She knows it's a multipass. You're an ad, so only people on YouTube will know what we're doing right now, because that goes ad free.
It's like we should do like little segments every time the ad's up. So
I'm sitting here on the Group W bench.
Oh my god, today has been such a roller coaster. I hate it. I hate it so much. I think I did try to apologize for like doing 10 times worse than what you did yesterday, and I rode your bottom so hard about it.
You're still writing me about it, but it's okay. It's okay.
No, it's not. Neither of us should have had to put up with that today. Yesterday either.
The biggest difference between what I put up with and what you put up with.
Yours was singular, mine was plural, so
mine was singular, but I also invited
it.
Uh,
I did too, because I told people you only have until blank time, and this is going to go away. So, not for nothing. Yeah, we both made the same mistake, but just in spectacularly different ways, with spectacularly different audiences.
We aren't art. We are just chatting. That's my fault. Sorry, everybody.
Why? Do they only come for art, and now they're all going to leave? I don't know. Some people like very specific.
Are very many user,
yes. Is this the art user? Or is this
we might lose our user? Our viewer, I mean.
Oh my goodness.
The viewer might leave.
Oh, what a day.
Why did it have to happen right before my freaking birthday? I think this is what pisses me off the most. Like I should not have been that upset on my birthday.
Didn't we have a blood moon close to your birthday? I guess you didn't give enough blood for the blood god. I don't know what else to tell you.
Slaanesh, it's all your fault.
Oh, yes. There have been more Slaanesh and everything else jokes lately. I'm on the webs. What? Say it.
I think it's funny because I did, like I told you, I had Leafy on my morning commute today.
Yes.
I put my Leafy Docky in there, and it's his birthday. It's his, congratulations for surviving another trip around the sun. to Leafy Van Gogh. And one of the things that I mentioned is like going, everybody keeps telling me repetition. Nobody's gonna go back and freaking watch all your old videos. They're not going to know who you are. So every video you need to like announce who you are. I was like, I like orcs. I don't care about the other factions. And if I did talk about the other factions, it's because how orcs can use their stuff to make new orky stuff. I got to make the orky stuff from it.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I look at any model, and that's all the factions, I don't even care what the numbers are on the thing. Whenever I look at it like going, how can I kit bash that thing?
I know, right?
And make it orky.
And not just any orky. Oh no, you had to make yours a special color orky.
Well, when I made, because everybody made their orcs all different colors because we all wanted to be different like all the other different orcs.
People. Yep. Well, what did I do when I was like, you know what? Because we were talking about just you had volunteered to come up with a compatible point system for me so that you could play your sporks, and I see what I did there.
Yeah, my
Hear what
sporks.
I did there, because I wanted to have space rats,
Yes.
and I forget which move that was. I still haven't even painted
I'm still
my doom bell.
I'm still upset
Yeah.
with the fact that Age of Sigmar,
Mm-hmm.
which was the only place that you can get Skaven. I'm still upset that they've now brought Skaven into 40k, and
When you did not tell me.
and I don't know if there's models or anything like that, but there's a game, 40k Vermicide, and it's all about freaking shooting. You can't play Skaven in it. You're playing,
Obviously not
and-
if it's side at the end.
and you can't play orcs. So obviously I don't care. You basically play Space Marines.
Again.
Space Marine again.
Again.
Hey Rookie, watch me pull the Space Marine out of my head. Again.
Yeah, seriously.
Um,
Oh my gosh. Just.
yeah, and so I don't give a shit about the game.
I can't understand that.
So, but I was like going, oh, this is not Age of Sigmar.
Yeah.
Is it Age of Sigmar?
Yeah.
Or just Warhammer, as
Yeah, I know.
it's funny because 40k came first.
I
Like, people think that Warhammer came first.
yes, I know.
It did not come first.
Yeah.
They did not have a fantasy game. It's all the freaking Lord of the Rings people scrambling and wanting freaking, or D&D people. Sorry,
I was
didn't mean to
gonna
say it. Wasn't the Lord of the Rings people. It was because Wizards of the Coast bought freaking D&D. Was there even a cry for freaking fantasy stuff and things like the Skaven and stuff like that?
I know.
Instead of making them for 40k, they made them for freaking Age of Sigmar.
Oh boys.
And yeah, yeah,
I still love this mug.
yeah. That's a great mug.
I'm so happy.
I
Thank
did
you.
do an unboxing with it, so
I
everybody got
know.
to see the Figgy
I'm
mug.
the only one who gets this mug.
Yeah, got to see the Figgy mug with our monster's eyes.
Yeah.
Um,
I still never heard back from the artist that inspired my avatar. I hope they're okay. I keep forgetting to check. I don't want to do it right now because I've already had a bad enough day, and if they're
No.
gone, I'm gonna cry. I am so far behind in my webtoons.
yeah.
Just make the world slow down for a week, could we please? Everything, everywhere, all at once.
I was just talking about like how
Did we do? You mentioned the birthday. Are we doing any? You didn't mention before you started letting the mic work. Are we doing any kind of a? You know, I know you can't sing some songs because they're all like copyright now. But
I believe, and I don't quote me on this. We'll find out when the
which?
I moved to YouTube. Gotta catch 'em all. When we moved to YouTube, we'll find out whether that it's copyright. But I could do the Disney
Well,
birthday.
I was gonna make you really groan and say, you know, I might actually remember all the words to the Korean version from watching all
But
the dramas back when.
I believe Sir Paul McCartney did let Happy Birthday go because he is the owner of that Happy birthday to you.
Yes.
Yeah, he owns that.
Well, did you even bother to see if Sleepy has a favorite version
Of the birthday song?
of a celebration song? It doesn't have to be solar anniversary. It could be
I-
anything. Next time we'll have to ask.
Well, since nobody can watch it because the video is only 6 minutes long, I did say like we're like, two peas in a pod, and we're he's he's my brother. He's my mother from another brother.
Yeah.
My mother from another brother.
Yep.
Um,
Ah.
and I explained why. Leafy's my mom. So I don't know if you know this, but if you draw somebody's model,
Mm-hmm.
you're the mom. If you rig somebody's model, you're the dad.
Okay, I'm not with a 40-foot pole with that.
So Leafy drew, and it should be in the fan art that's scrolling by. Because I have every fan art that's ever been given to me. But as people know, I drew my own thing. But when Leafy drew that for me, I actually made the joke that I guess you're now my mom, and it's kind of stuck. So he's my mom.
Okay.
Which I love.
Good. Well, hopefully there will be some nice moments with him today.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't work too hard. I hope they give him a kind of a freaking break because he's going to work.
Well,
Work on your birthday, blah.
Oh, it just started shutting off. I forgot I still had this stuff open. I'll look at this later because I can't do both right now.
So yeah.
I'm trying to remember when we've had because we've been through so many, tech changes.
Well,
And I'm trying to remember. I mean, yeah, there was the one forum that we had way, way, way back in the day. But there was another one we had so much trouble with, and I don't remember why or what happened.
hell, I had trouble with Skype.
Oh, yeah.
People don't even know.
Oh, and that's the other thing.
And I've had trouble with Zoom. And I've had trouble with all of that shit.
The problem is that it still is happening because I do have that one group that every once in a while I will go to the actual meeting through that. Who updated what? And they've started doing this weird thing where, if I log in with the link that gets emailed, it's not I can't see my other stuff if I don't log in through the browser, and then it's just like this extra step crap that drives me crazy.
It's just even putting the tech stuff aside. Like Walmart, how it's literally destroyed mom and pop stores. How it's literally
I didn't know we were gonna go there today, but okay.
Literally wrecked communities. It's done this stuff.
Yeah.
And then people are going, yeah, just get that at Walmart. Just buy that at Walmart. And I'm like, I don't shop at Walmart. And they're like, but just get it there. And it defeats the purpose of me buying from Walmart.
I just remember when they started doing that thing recently where, as part of the protests, because Home Depot wasn't telling ICE to leave, people were going in and buying the ice scrapers that were like $1.16 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And right after they bought it, they would get back in line, and the line was like halfway around the store to return it. And they had to I don't know. I mean,
That's
I know
kind of cool, actually.
It is, but because it's peaceful. It makes an economic impact. It's nothing that they can't be like, oh, these paid protesters. Yeah, paid to go through the Wally World line twice.
Yeah, Home Depot.
Yeah. So, but anyway, you brought it up. So
yeah, Wally World. So Walmart did that.
Yeah.
What do you call Amazon? I don't
Mm.
like Amazon's practices.
We
e-
haven't forever.
even can not putting Bozo on a
I
freaking
know.
different plane because the man doesn't live in reality
No.
anymore. So
It
just
hasn't.
Bozo goes over there. Out of the way,
Yeah.
just looking at the company, which, just so everybody knows, we're on Twitch,
Yeah.
which is owned
Owned
by Amazon,
Bozo, yes.
which Bozo runs.
Yeah.
So yeah, so, woo! Oh, let me talk about why I love Twitch. I hate Twitch. But yes, I'm using it. Yeah.
I know.
So I'm a hypocrite.
Yes, you are. I've been on your butt about this for years.
Eventually, one
I
of these
know.
days, I'm just gonna no longer be here, and
I know.
people are gonna be like, going, "Where'd he
Where'd you
go?
go?"
What's
Yeah.
going on?"
But then it'll be cool because then they have to find you and they'll be like, oh, I'm sure he just went to 2 place. And nope, you won't be there either. Because we have plans. We don't know if we're going to follow them through. But we have
Lots of plans. We're gonna think about the lots of plans.
I know it's not a Substack.
But yeah, the economic impact on communities and stuff like that that Amazon does is horrendously horrible. I don't care how convenient it is, or I don't care how cheap Prime is. I'm not gonna shop online. It's a destructive company.
Yeah.
And it's not good for they're not
All
good
right,
to
why
their
are we
employees.
talking about this on
'Cause
Lee's
it-
birthday?
Oh, I thought we were talking about our tech problems.
In general.
Yeah,
I didn't know you did the transition. I must have missed
I'm
it.
doing the transition. I'm doing the.
You're trying to do the transit. Okay, we went from boycotting to to tech. Okay.
Yeah, because
somewhere in there.
I'm an old man. Because I'm an old man, I remember going to Chicago and these
I need to laugh so hard today.
wonderful, beautiful coffee shops all around.
Oh, I know.
Oh my God, they're so wonderful. They're so great. And then a company called Starbucks came in, and literally they all went, it wasn't a few of them closed down and a few of them stayed open.
Well, I mean,
They're
you can
all
make that,
gone.
and you can make that argument too about things like any chain, because when they have bigger companies, it was easier for them to lower their prices, and then it made them more competitive. So then these other places, people are like, ooh, da 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 da, and then the next thing you know, you got a Denny's in every town. You got a
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that. At the coffee houses, the coffee was this earth-shattering great thing and stuff.
Well, I mean,
some
that
of the coffee was
always
kind
the
of
joke.
burnt tasting.
Yeah,
so-
I mean that was the joke. Like if you could actually, never mind. I remember when coffee, if it hadn't been in the pot already for at least half the day, it wasn't considered good by some people.
Yeah.
And not because they were the forebearers of.
I was a heavy cream.
espresso.
I was a heavy cream user.
Yeah.
And lots of sugar. But I love those coffee houses. There was always something going on. They all had a stage. They were all wonderful. They sold their own little niche things and stuff like that.
Which I find hilarious, considering the one we have in town. I've never seen your butt in there.
Do we have a coffee house in town?
It's where I went with my friend from the Stewards.
Oh. Okay. I
It's where the one food truck that never moves. It's right by there.
Yeah.
We go by it all the time, right across from One Piece of
Oh, okay. The balloon shop.
Yeah,
Bouncy house or whatever that
they've got
place
that there
is.
now for kids. Yeah.
But
But it's not the only one. But yes, everything else.
put that
is
aside.
Really what
Put
little
that
wines we
aside.
got
I'm talking about what happened in Chicago.
Oh, I didn't know we were doing this locale specific. Sorry. Somebody didn't give me cue cards today, so here we
It
go.
happened everywhere. Just so you know.
Yeah. Tell the story.
Chicago is the where I actually noticed it, but the Starbucks coffee, I have partaked into tasting the Starbucks awful coffee.
Not partooken.
I partook in in the I had a couple I had a couple sips, but I didn't swallow.
Oh, you went there.
I did go there. No, I did swallow. So I did try their coffee, and it was expensive,
Yeah.
and it was awful. It
Yeah.
was they had stupid names. You couldn't even just get a large freaking coffee. Give me a large coffee, light and sweet.
Yeah, I know.
Couldn't even get that.
Yeah.
It had to be like a grande americano
Yeah, something venti latte, yeah.
venti latte. Yeah,
But
Blah.
anyway, so
and I had that. It's awful, and they destroyed all these beautiful coffee houses that were like unique and
and
had
they still haven't let them unionize, have they?
I think there's a.
I know they're trying
I think there's 2 or 3. It's not a
a blanket yet.
what do you call Starbucks all around
Mm.
thing. But I don't, even though I did try the Starbucks coffee, I don't buy Starbucks coffee.
Yes, and I was there that day. You had that conversation, and there was the comparisons about how much people spend on coffee now compared to cigarettes.
Yeah.
And this was years back, but yeah.
And it still holds up.
I know
That's
it
what-
still holds up.
That's what makes it even more crazy.
Yeah.
That even though the price of cigarettes are so
It's over 20 years now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's so long ago. Anyway.
Yeah.
Finish your
2
thought.
decades ago, I had a conversation about people who are drinking more coffee than the price of a pack of cigarettes, and how because they were talking about how I was spending all my money
Yes,
on cigarettes.
Yeah, on
And
cigarettes,
I'm
which
like,
are killing you
but
anyway.
if I was getting just the coffee that you drink on a daily basis,
Mhm.
I'd be losing money. I'd have less money in my
I
pocket.
know.
Yeah.
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 That was a heck of a day. Yes, it was.
But yeah, so I should not be surprised.
Mm.
You know, now that I'm getting, I do have an online presence. I do have social media. You know, I should not be surprised that every social media that I'm on, something like this is going to happen because a bigger fish is going to come around and bump them out and freaking buy them up or whatever, and
Well-
destroy what makes them wonderful.
One of the things that is also kind of a pain in the butt is it's just like everything is conglomerates now. Everything. And now because they're running out of things to conglomerate, it's like they can't figure out which new conglomerate can buy the other conglomerate. I mean, I don't even understand how this is possible. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I know exactly why, but I just don't want to think about it because it makes me nuts. Because you know that whole stupid Netflix, Warner Brothers, everything, Paramount? They must be bribing somebody with golden pathways to Happy Land.
Just even Viacom too is in that mix somewhere.
Yeah, but the point is, again, even after they said in court, oh no, you can't do this just because this person paid a bribe that nobody wants to talk about. Netflix still has a chance, and now Netflix is literally just sitting there going, so should we leave, let you two work this out, or are you gonna pretend there's still a chance? Like, the whole thing has been so wackadoo to me.
They feel like the uninvited cousin walked in on the parents arguing.
I know. So yeah, it's just that's been so weird. But what do you call it?
So yeah, like it should be no surprise that Facebook freaking stepped on its dick and freaking lost its freaking mind and decided that it was going to try to be meta and became the exact opposite of what meta actually is.
Oh, I told you about that disaster with the thing they're doing with Ray-Ban and the glasses. Schools can't ban them fast enough.
Oh, with the cameras in the glasses?
Of course. And I hate to say this because every time I read about these damn things, all I remember is in comic books when we were kids, X-ray glasses! And I'm just like, ah! It's their fault!
But I thought you could see your bones.
Yeah, I know, right? You didn't see upskirt. Ugh. Anyway.
And it was cardboard.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I'm one of the idiots that actually bought it. Not so that I can see naked people.
I know.
I did it so I could see my bones.
You can actually
through my...
see your bones in your hand, yeah. And I just... yeah.
I'm a weirdo.
Yeah. Yeah, so I just...
Yeah, cardboard with a little pinhole
Yep.
eye thing.
And you know what's
that
really
was supposed
funny?
to be X-ray.
Speaking of that,
It
like,
was
I
swirls.
remember when they
It
came...
actually looks kind of like your eyes.
Yeah. And the funniest thing is, I used to think that the other ones that they had, because it reminded me now of the ones they used for solar eclipses.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Because they had that other one that was like
Yeah.
people can't see that you're looking at them, but you are. You know, like there was like all these goofball things they had that were just like so silly. It was like that one spy book when I was a kid, and I would go to our county library, and they had this book about how to be a spy, and it had all of these, like, you know, how to write with lemon juice, how to, you know, put, how to know if somebody opened a door. I mean, it had all that stuff. And yes, Harriet the Spy books were a thing, you know, back then, and everything from my grade level, and it was just... It's like all this stuff that you don't realize, you know, none of these are trade secrets. They used to be, but now everybody knows what to look for. Oh, and that's the other thing. I can't imagine what it's like now to try to avoid cameras when they're everywhere.
I can't.
I mean, like, so what do? Do they all just get new plastic surgery every 6 months? Like, how does that even work? Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine spycraft in this day and age other than, like, just wait for the satellite to tell you what's going on.
It's those rubber masks, you know?
I know, right?
Mission Impossible, they all wear the rubber mask. They pull them off, they look so realistic.
Yeah, I know.
They're not. I don't care how good they are, they're still not.
How long are you going to be gone?
2 seconds, I'm just getting a drink.
1001. Did you take your empty can? No, soda can is still sitting there. Today was such a... If someone told me that today was going to go the way it went, I would have stayed in bed.
I had to go work.
Yeah, I know. I still envy you having a steady paycheck.
And with it's stupid. I'm still like kicking myself that I did that, and I think it's.
Which?
Is it the first time I've ever done that?
I don't know which done that to yourself you're talking about.
I hit pause, turning down the heat. Well, one of the biggest problems that I have with the new car is
Right.
because it's all touch.
Yeah, and
Everything's-
which that is why when I got in it the first time I said, really?
There's no actual dials, so you have to
Yeah.
actually touch, and it's not very intuitive. It doesn't do this. Well, the sad thing about it is the position of the phone, so they can go onto the seat,
Mm-hmm.
is like right there.
Yeah.
I don't have to touch the actual screen. Like I keep thinking that I have to touch the screen, have to actually put pressure on the screen
Okay,
and stuff like that.
You're talking about two different screens now. I'm not sure which one you have to
But
actually touch.
on my phone.
Okay.
I don't have to actually, I can just swipe over it. I can literally go over it like this. And so what it did was it said, oh, you must be wanting to pause. And so while I turned down the heat, even though we're at commercial,
we could
ad break.
Yeah, we could do ad
Do, do,
break.
do, 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 ad break.
Yeah, so just so you know, I'm having swirlies
Great,
right now.
so-
And I don't know why, because I thought I had enough salt today, but maybe I didn't. I don't know.
So your eyes in real life are like your eyes on.
No, they don't look like my eyes, but
They feel like that.
well, I'm just getting. This has been, and I hate to say this, but this is one of the reasons I was nervous about not having the week off
Hmm.
for the medication, because it just seems like since then. But there's just been so much going on
Oh, it's
that it probably has nothing to do, or very little to do with the change in the meds. So it is what it is. But I was like, I must have tried to check social media like 7 times today, and it just something else happened. Something else happened, and I'm like, did I even remember to eat today? Like, it's been that kind of day. Aside from my pretzel sticks, I don't think I really had anything.
okay. We're definitely.
Are we
back.
done?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're done back from ad break. I forgot what I was even saying.
Touchscreens.
Touchscreen. Yeah. So, at some point, and I don't know, I might have brushed close to it or anything like that, but
Right.
it paused. The camera paused. It could have stopped, which would have been worse. But if it stopped, the only good news about it, if it stopped, all of a sudden the screen would go blank.
Yeah.
And I while I'm driving, and I kind of have it in my peripheral, so
Mm.
I don't
You know how I
really,
feel about this stuff, but yeah.
I don't really watch it at all. Obviously, if I watched it, I'd know that it was paused.
Yeah.
So, but it didn't turn off. It was basically waiting for me to hit unpause,
Mm.
and I never did. And because if it did go black, I would have pulled over and started it up again, and been like, God damn it, just lost 20 minutes.
Yeah. Something like that.
Actually, I
I'm just-
lost a half hour.
Yeah, I'm just checking right now. Just in case.
Yeah, so I had this whole big thing planned. I mean, I did get to wish Leafy happy birthday,
Okay, that's good.
but so in I had 6 minutes to wish him happy birthday, so I used it to wish him happy birthday, but like I talked about everything.
Which everything? Because there's everything, and then there's everything lately.
Well, like everything lately that's been, especially with what's going on with Discord and stuff like that, and which is, I know what happened to you today.
I know, and I like I said, I am officially apologizing where other people can say, I heard her say it. I found myself in your shoes, and I did not handle it any better than you. Because I did not see that coming. And not for nothing. It was my fault. I should have just stayed off today. But I've been trying to get stuff ready for the next step. And I still have so many other things I need to catch up on still. And if I just kept my mouth shut, it would have changed everything. And the sad thing is, I truly want to say lesson learned, but it's one of those things that who knows how long it's going to be, because before I'll be in a situation like that again, and then I'll be like, how did I forget?
The sad thing about it is, I was going to take down my server anyway.
Yeah.
My server was going away. It's basically just been floundering, and it's kind of like I've been.
And we've not had a breath to like try to pull back and say, okay, what are we doing and where are we going?
And I've asked many times, and
Mm-hmm.
yes, I deleted all my old messages and stuff like that already on it.
Yeah.
But I was going to actually just go away, and I didn't even know whether I was going to say goodbye, because it was so inactive that if I stopped posting,
Yeah.
literally
Yeah.
the only activity was me going on and on and on and on
Yeah.
about things. If the moment I stopped posting, there would be nothing.
Yeah.
And as much as I got yelled at,
Yes.
this
Yes.
this is how you keep somebody a server going. You yell at the person who owns it.
Stop liking things I don't like. Stop doing things I don't want.
I did invite people because I knew people were upset and angry and frustrated, and this is kind of like a thing. But I was also like going, hey, I'm giving you something that I would not have given you, a chance to say goodbye.
Yeah.
To this server, to this
Yeah.
whole thing. The reason that I'm giving them the chance, as opposed to, because I was going to keep it around till June, and literally just stop posting on it.
Well, they weren't really clear when the leak happened, about what happened.
Yeah.
They finally had to fess up about all of the
Yeah, it did
government
not happen
IDs
in October. It happened
in September, but they didn't report it until October, and they still haven't even begun to clean up the mess.
No.
Forget, the usual platitudes of, we'll give you a year free for credit checks, like that garbage.
So when they announced that they were going to be using AI to do facial recognition, since I have to do repetition a lot because this is what we were talking about.
Yeah.
I have to repetition thing. I fucking hate AI. I hate AI with a passion. I don't believe in it. It does no good. Anything that I am involved with and it has AI attached to it, it's useless.
Garbage already, yeah.
Yeah.
And it drives me crazy because they just needed a buzzword. And it doesn't even meet the criterion of what the original definition is supposed to be.
It's not intelligent. There's no intelligence attached to anything called AI today.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Don't hate me. If the algorithm was going in and finding cancer cells in a person's body and finding ways so that they can just eliminate those things and target them, I'm like, that's good. That's a good thing you're doing. But just so you know, any industry that I'm touching has nothing to do with doing a good thing like that.
Yeah.
What it is it's telling me as an artist that not only we're going to be the inspiration for anything that you do, and we're going to be the creation for anything you do. And I'm like going, those are the two things. Those two fucking things. I mean, two. And I can't think of three.
Finish this before I forget what I was going to say.
Is the reason why I'm an artist.
Yeah.
So,
did you see what company was it? I want to say it was maybe Asia. They are going to be granted, this drives me crazy in good ways and bad ways. They are going to be granted, they're coming up with basically a sniffer. So you remember how people used to try to sue because of sampling and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Literally for music. And so far it's only for music. If they have a piece of music that they produced, and when it gets run through whatever this, detector is, and part of it's is found to have been pulled from their thing, they're going to take the profits or they're going to split the profits instead of whatever AI company stole it. And I'm like, well, here we go again. Is this going to be another weirdo? This country can do it, but this country can't do it. And this country can do it, but only in these circumstances. I mean, the laws are going to be ridiculous. And meanwhile, the people who are getting hurt the most, who have the least money to actually sue people for the stuff they sold, and of course that stupid class action lawsuit. I mean, I literally, if I had bothered to put, and yes, I know some people are going to be very upset about me saying this, but if I had bothered to put my name in the ring for the class action lawsuit, I would have only done it so I could have done a horrifically performative, art piece where I took the money, made sure I had cash, and pissed on it on film.
What is it, $3?
Yeah, I can't remember what the one settlement was, but for entire works that people would have, that would be their launch pad, they got less than $10. I mean, it was an insult to just sanity. And of course, the joke about that is, well, you should do that because then, all these people are going to pay so they can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm just so, what else? What else do we have to lose? You know?
So, or was I still talking about how much I hate AI?
You did your usual spiel. I said the thing about because we were talking about it's going to be, the thing I heard,
Yeah.
because you hadn't heard it. So you were kind of at your usual wrap up point, but
Okay.
I don't know what's next.
We're trying to wrap up on on me with how I feel about AI. I mean, it does nothing. There's nothing that AI could do that will help me, that will promote me, that will get me the notoriety or whatever else that I want.
Yeah.
All AI is going to do for me is steal my shit,
Mm-hmm.
repackage it somehow,
And make it
and
worse.
call it its own.
Yeah. And I think that's the part that is just like, words have meaning. And yes, words can change. The meaning can change over time, and whether it's because of accents or, melding two cultures together or whatever, there's a whole thing there. But as people who grew up with, because somebody had that, the usual post, as somebody who grew up when, War Games and Terminator and everything else, and here we are every day.
At least those were freaking actual intelligence.
Yeah. And it just, it's almost like the kid who can't make the ball team for some reason, and so he makes a game where you can only do it virtually or something stupid. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there were things like that where people were just like, it used to be that people would do these amazing things to try to do the things they couldn't do in the real world, and now it's like, that was the wrong path. You should have just threw the ball, through the hole a few more times instead. Because something I saw today, today was a mess, but if it wasn't earlier this morning before all hell broke loose, it was yesterday, and there was one of those things where we are getting to the inception point with AI, where AI can't even recognize AI, which is recognizing AI. And did we mention that it's all written by AI?
Yeah.
Like the whole, we are so past vibe coding now. I just remember when they first started using that, and I was like, is somebody trying to be a hippie again? Like, what is this?
The horrible thing about pushing out artists or not giving them credit, or
They're destroying their source
or
material.
taking their money away,
Yeah.
so that they cannot make money because it's a free product. Well,
Yeah.
say your thing.
Just say Ireland when you're done.
Okay. To not, to basically take money away from them because they're offering a free product, which actually ends up costing them money. It's so destructive. Like nobody's benefiting from it. Like,
except for stonks. It's the shareholder value crap again.
yeah, but somebody's throwing money into it to keep that artificially inflated, and it's just,
and it's all the magic coins that don't exist. I mean,
yeah.
We've had this conversation from the day one we heard about that. We were like, that's
And
adorable.
it's moving so quickly
I know.
that AI is now using AI to create AI. And now my work that got fed into this thing originally is now so swirled up into this whole mix with other people's art that it's creating garbage. So AI slop is literally, they're going to have slop.
Yeah, and it's already, even they're getting a little bit better about trying to tell it to stop doing things that people just kept asking for, because it wound up weighting the pool, the data pool. And so the things like, the Ghibli Browns and stuff like that, they were trying to get them out, damn spot. And
Yeah.
it's just hilarious because like I every day it is literally at the point now that it's every day that there's some new garbage thing that just got discovered, and it's getting to the point it's starting to kill people. AI shut off the air conditioner in a place where they were having a fire, or it shut off the smoke suppression because it thought it opened a vent and the vent didn't, engage, and so everybody died from smoke inhalation because the vent didn't engage. I mean, like, it's just been horror story after horror story after horror story. And at no point does anybody ever say, just take it out. Whatever was there before, take it out. And they just keep doing we'll fix it.
Ireland.
Yeah, so I saw that article today about how Ireland and anybody who thinks that people getting paid for, stuff that AI is trying to rip off and hates that kind of thing, that there's actual source material that they could rip off and people actually could make a living at it. Well, it's one of those things that sounds great until you realize. So Ireland had started a pilot program where they were, it was a form of universal basic income for artists specifically. And the article that I found, and I've not had time today to delve deeper into this, because it's been another crazy day. The idea is that it is not forever. It is supposed to help people get established so that they can eat well, have a place, to put their stuff, do their thing, and then there's like waves of it. So it kind of reminds me of some of the early grant programs where you'd have, this space, whether it was at a school or museum or both, or just like, hey, today we're going to do this here at this intersection that somebody was dumb enough to let us use, kind of thing. And so the idea is that it helps you get established, and then, hopefully the next crowd, there's some overlap there and whatever. And I am curious to see how it goes over time because, if people keep using the garbage systems that they're already starting to charge sums for, are people finally going to say, okay, I'm done with that crap. I can buy real art made by a real person and not an amalgamation.
Well, it used to be, and
But
I'm going before I was
Yeah.
an artist.
Yeah.
And so I'm going back to the Dark Ages.
Which one? There's a lot of dark ages. Go ahead.
But what they used to do is these hotels
Mm.
would go around to local artists wherever they have their hotel, and they would buy their art and they would put their art in these rooms.
Mm.
And some actual famous artists, they got
Got started that way.
they sold their art to these hotels, and some hotels actually sold the art for a lot of money later on, and
Yeah.
long after the artist has died.
I did have to take art history as an art major when I first went to college. Yes.
Yeah. So, so
Of course I do.
we're snobby and we knew.
I like that one best. That is the first time you've done that. I like that. Bring that back sometime.
Okay, I will.
Especially when I need to laugh. So yes.
And I think of the Irish art program.
Yeah.
But I'm like going, it's not some rich guy who owns chains of hotels going around saying we're gonna have to put some paintings in these rooms,
Yeah.
and lifting up freaking local artists and
Yeah.
buying their paintings
paintings,
really
yeah.
cheap, and they made a living off of selling
Yep.
their paintings. And, like, that was an amazing thing that happened. And there's definitely other ways that artists made money.
Yeah. You don't need to go down that 3 hour just to start. hitting the basics.
without ever becoming famous. I
Yeah.
wouldn't know anything about doing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I love it, but I was like going, all these freaking idiots that have so much more money than sense
I know.
that decide they're going to throw all their money in the fucking AI.
I know.
The local artists,
I know.
you could spend
A fraction.
a percentage of the money, or 1%. Let's
Yeah.
say I'll give it 1%, which is probably too much.
I'm not. You just do.
You
your
could
happy
give
math.
you could put 1% into paying artists, not just one artist, but
Oh, I know.
artists, on a grander scale, to do your sculptures and do your paintings and do all this stuff for your businesses,
Yeah.
and make them kind of your headquarters.
And this is kind of how, during certain time periods, depending on the culture, blah 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 blah. This is what commissions used to be for. This is what patrons, and yes, there's the shady side too. There's a shady side to everything where people are, in power or whatever. But this is how things used to work.
I would love, if the billionaires and trillionaires were doing stuff like that. Which, just so you know, they're not.
No, why would they? They can just steal it, and who's gonna stop them?
They're not supporting the arts.
No.
They're not supporting artists and creatives
I know.
and stuff like that. Maker spaces around the country
Oh my
are
gosh.
closing
Down everywhere.
and it's like, how does a maker space close down? These things
Well,
should
a
be
lot of them-
thriving.
They should be, but the problem is a lot of them, especially where we are, a lot of the maker spaces here, they were just getting their feet wet. You know what I mean? Funding wise and working everything out, and the pandemic happened. And most of these were using like old factory spaces or whatever, and you couldn't have people in those spaces because they had mandates. You had to be this far apart. You had to have a certain kind of air, whatever thingy, and it's just, I can't even imagine. That is the one thing I'm so grateful for, is that I can't imagine, and I've talked to some people who were doing school,
Yeah.
like actual going to college or whatever, and the kinds that, like, you can't just do a paper and send it on the computer, like things you actually have to be there for, practical labs and stuff like that. And I can't believe how horrible that would have been for my school that I went to, because how the hell were they going to partition the forage areas? What are you going to do? Have, like, you can use the shop to work on your wood project, but you're going to have to be out of there so we can, like, sweep the area with one of these special air cleaners so the next person can come in. I can't even imagine. Because we did have a lot of, 3D capabilities at that school. And it's interesting to me that, did that hurt the artist communities?
What, maker spaces?
No. Schools that couldn't, quote unquote, teach classes to make official art degrees and help people make connections with other people that would usually.
Of course that hurt.
But that's what I'm saying.
It's like shutting down auto shop.
Yeah, exactly.
We're still gonna need mechanics.
I know. But the thing is, like, I know that there have been studies about, like, which professions have been affected the most and everything else, and obviously the people who were taking care of all the people who were sick before anybody really even knew what was going on were hit the hardest. But at the same time, it's like, how do you get that back? And so things like what they're doing, which we started talking about the artist thing, is a way. It's not the best way, but in a way, I think what was so captivating for me with this is there used to still be, for particular crafts, journeyman.
Yeah.
And so you would get taught under a master. And that was one of the things, I forget who I was talking to recently, and we were talking about, like old trades that people are trying to bring back and stuff like that, because there are still some books, there are still some pattern, things around that you can use to try to recreate whatever. And it's like, what was it? Somebody came up with a very specific example of something that, like, they have no idea how to do it again. Because it was one of those things that had become so rare that there was, like, only this tiny group of people even knew the craft anymore. And now they're trying to go back.
I know that.
And do it.
The broken dish thing where they were doing the infused gold. That was such a freaking specialized.
Oh,
technique.
I know what that is. I know what the.
That was such a specialized technique that they've never been able to.
What is it? Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, they've never been able to
Really
recreate it.
Yeah, to really redo it.
I mean, they've made stuff like that,
Yeah,
but they haven't really been able to really recreate it.
yeah. But I know exactly what you're
'Cause
talking
the-
about.
There's people that have the 1,000-year-old freaking dishes and
Yep.
stuff like that, made, and they use that.
Crazy. Keep talking.
They use that style, and it's incredible. You know, especially how long it's held up and stuff like that.
I'm gonna say this wrong. Kintsugi?
Kintsugi, yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, the centuries-old art of repairing broken pottery with gold. You're the one who's been to Japan. I have not, and I haven't watched a lot of Jay's shows, so I don't hear a lot in my head like I do with other languages. It's also known as I should not try to pronounce languages that are Romanized to begin with. So yeah.
But it was what the Japanese realized is a good use for gold.
Yeah, and that's something that I've always been fascinated about just what was valued and why. Do you know what I mean? Like, there were things that people used to think was, oh, that's just, I can, it's, tip of my tongue. It's that kind of thing where, like, to somebody, it's just the glue. You know what I mean? Like with the gold's just acting as this, fancy schmancy, glue. And there's other things like that where it's not taking a broken thing and making it whole. It's taking a broken thing and making it new. Something completely different. We used to do some stuff like that, I remember. And I can't, again, my brain is clearing up, but it's not fast enough for me. I want my brain back. I want my vocabulary back. Please, please, please. Powers that be.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I'd like to, and I want to say I'd like to see AI do that shit.
Yeah. And what bothers me is, if they hadn't have been such jerks about it, they could have had something interesting instead of just like, oh, we don't need you anymore. Thanks for all your stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, there are times when there are the in-between steps of stuff, and you can do collabs, and this is like, oh, no, thank you for this, but no, you don't get anything.
Well, I mean,
go away.
I can see, and I could have seen them actually doing things like this, like licensing.
Mm-hmm.
Not the freaking free licensing that freaking Twitch did.
I know.
Or everybody else who wants to steal people's work. They gain a free license, and then somebody's like going, oh yeah, that means they can use it, and they can create, change, and use whenever they want, which also means that they can tell other people, because now they have the license.
Yeah.
It would be like, I'll use Marvel as an example.
Okay.
So Marvel gave the licensing, for a fee of Spider-Man to Sony.
Right.
Now Marvel starts making its own movies.
Mm-hmm.
Can they use Spider-Man? Not without Sony's permission.
Yeah.
So now that Twitter has a free license of your work, of the character that you're doing, can you use their something that's licensed now to Twitter freely and without their permission?
Yeah.
Because they have the licensing now.
And this is one of the things that drives me
And it's
crazy.
not a limited license.
Yeah, that's one of the things that really drives me crazy about this. Is like, it is exactly just the biggest FU. Because who's going to stop them?
Nobody.
Nobody, because nobody can afford that lawsuit, and even if they can, he can just
Well,
whatever.
even if you can afford the lawsuit, because you're using Twitter, you've agreed to their terms of service, which means that they now have a free license.
But that's what I was trying to say is in cases where like artists like you have literally begged people, get my stuff off of there. You know, it's still how do you do this? How do you win a case?
And I worry about people who have bought
I know
their models and art and stuff like that.
it's the same problem
And,
with
you know,
the
they paid-
copiers who see patterns and it happened with those shirts we bought. Somebody, you know, grabbed the pattern and then they started selling them on, oh yeah, Bozo's site. And you know what they do? Oh, well, you know, we can't control what the stores are selling. They directly stole it from the scientist who made the art.
Yeah.
It's not like they're trying to resell their t-shirts for 3 times the price. They're literally just stealing it all.
Yep.
And that's one of the things.
Without credit.
Without credit, yeah. At all.
It's, but I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
those people just absolutely just stole somebody else's work, without freaking even like doing things. I'm talking
yeah.
like, because you're now using a platform,
Mm-hmm.
and because, you know, let's say you post something that I draw,
Yeah.
and I didn't charge you for it. Everything I do is free. You didn't pay for it, but now you've given Twitter the licensing for my stuff.
Yeah.
So now
I
Twitter
know.
could at any moment say, yeah, you can't have that up.
Yeah. Unless you pay.
What's that doing in your merch store?
I know. It's
I mean, it's
insane.
it's my art. Yeah,
Yeah.
but we have the licensing to it.
I know. Like it is atrocious, and of course it is, because that's the entire point. Who's gonna stop me? That's what I think has been bothering me the most, and that's why I got so upset about today. Because who's gonna stop me? And it was one of those things when I was in that situation with people literally like suddenly losing their minds, and I'm like, okay, 1, it was announced. 2, why do you think, you know, it, how do you say this? I understand a lot of people don't understand the idea that some things really won't last forever because they haven't experienced it, or they haven't experienced it in a way that is profound enough.
Or they haven't lived long enough.
Yeah, well,
Or been aware long enough.
Yeah.
Is probably the better way to say it.
Yeah.
To have noticed that things are.
The more things change, the more they stay the same, which is the big joke.
No, there's a reason why fashions change. There's a reason.
I know.
Nothing is the same.
Yeah.
Even
if you bring back the broad belt, oversized shirt, half untucked.
We don't even dress like what in 1980 thought we were going to be wearing now.
Well, and that works the other way too, because a friend of mine on the internet and I were laughing that somebody did this, you know, 80s look, you know, whatever montage thing, and we were laughing our asses off. We're like, those colors aren't even the right era. They're like, what are they doing? That's at best the late 80s into 90s. You know, like we're just ripping it apart. And it's just, I mean, because one of the things that they like pound into your head about, you know, art, whether it's written art or visual art or video, whatever, any creation, they pound it into your head that no matter what it is, eventually even the pyramids will be gone.
Yes.
Nothing lasts forever. And it's like, did we stop teaching this to people? Did they stop, you know, realizing that there's a reason people would be profoundly moved if they could go see certain things? You know, it was like life goals. And I remember way before where we are now with social medias in general and all the, constant bombardment. And I just remember that one, and I can't. Fuck, I hate you.
Bombardment's probably the best way to put it because
Yeah. You can't even watch it all. You can't even enjoy it all.
You can't even select anymore.
Yeah. But it just reminded me of that concept of roller skating through the loop. Next.
Yeah.
How could you have attachment? And yes, when you, whether it's parasocial or not, if you wind up developing a profound relationship with someone that you, even if you've seen a picture that's supposed to be them, or maybe they don't look like that anymore. Maybe that was done 20 years ago because they don't want you to know that, now they're gray or whatever. It's such a weird thing to me because you would think that if it was somebody who was 5 years old and they hadn't lost a puppy yet.
Speaking about museums.
Okay,
One of the things that I hate about museums in general is the fact that if they put a seat or a bench or something like that for people to sit on, you sit so low that you have to look up at whatever painting you are. And then, and never mind that, if you're standing up, and I was a short person for a long time.
Yes.
If you're standing up and you're looking at the painting, either the bench is now in your way because you're standing too far back, or you're standing too close and you're still freaking looking up at the painting.
I'm gonna say it.
Say it.
Because I just saw the article not that long ago, and here we are seeing again. They have a museum that recreates works, so people who are visually impaired to whatever degree can experience them by touching them.
Okay.
It's amazing. I think I saw it in NPR or something. But I'm just laughing now because, I know you are specifically talking about, particulars in visual art that isn't necessarily the texture and the sculpture, whatever bits.
I have to admit, where the AI is concerned, and if they were paid.
Why did we get back to AI again? I can't wait to hear this.
If they were paying, because it reminds me of recreating somebody else's work, so you can touch it, and it's like that's kind of like what AI does. It steals other people's work, but it doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't make it so you can touch it. So never mind. Maybe I freaking.
No, you missed the point.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, most of these works, they are not trying to pretend that they are original or
forgery.
Yeah, or whatever. They are specially made. And these are made by craftspeople who literally make these sculptures just like what it would have felt like if they could touch it without having to worry about wearing it down too soon. And it just, I was so, ever since then.
Never mind. I'm still.
Okay, what? Just tell me what the AI connection
I'm
is.
still living in the freaking wrong thing. And
which wrong thing?
I'm still back with AI, and you're moving forward. I gotta catch up.
Oh, because I'm doing the hey, this is awesome because now they can experience it to whatever degree. Yes. Sorry. It was really fascinating, and I thought it was really friggin' amazing, and I'm like, we would never have that here.
No, we wouldn't have that. No.
And then of course there's the why not? And then I'm like, oh yeah, like everything else we're trying to get done in this country right now. So you're still stuck on AI today. How about it?
I am, and it's because of what's going on with freaking Discord and stuff like that.
I know.
But I mean, it is the reason. It's not the reason. I should say it's not the reason that I was shutting down my Discord server. I was shutting down my Discord server because just it literally had no activity.
Well, and
it's like, why bother keeping this up?
Yeah,
it takes a lot of work.
Yeah, and one of the things too is that because things have changed, the more they stay the same is supposed to be the joke about it. But there are times where no, things have changed.
Oh, we are in an ad, just so you know.
What?
We are in an ad.
Okay, so we could.
This is like the 5th ad, and it's only been an hour.
There
and
is
12
a reason
minutes.
I said you should get off this platform forever ago, and it literally sometimes feels to me like you keep drawing comics for a company that says they're going to pay you, and then they don't put it on the spin rack. Can I use that? Remind me what that analogy is when the commercial break is over, because I think that's
Okay,
really
commercial
what it
break's
is.
over.
Okay, so why sorry for everybody that didn't see the commercial break on the other system. The way that I feel a lot of times about this model for being a performative artist is that it's like you spend all this time and effort to make a comic book, and then they put it on a spin rack that nobody can appreciate because they're trying to sell a different magazine.
Right.
And it's so funny to me because people can't see the comic book. So you put all this effort into it for what? So that if you put it
For
in another
nothing.
platform, they can see the spin rack.
So I can raid. I'm here because I can raid.
Oh, is that and that's one of the things that it's such a wonderful concept. But it's one of those things that would be so much awesomer. But of course, all the platforms have to be king.
Yeah.
You can't how amazing would it be if you could read from one platform to the other?
Here on Twitch, they really want the followers
Mm-hmm.
to pay a lot of money.
Oh,
So they're big on community, quote unquote, air
which
quote,
is
air
such
quote.
garbage.
This is all about community. And
Yeah.
really what they're doing is they're all about the more people you have following you,
I
the
know.
more money you will make us.
Yeah.
It's
It's like a next level. You too can sell newspapers. I remember all those things when we were kids.
But first you have to create the newspaper.
Yeah, I know.
And once you create the newspaper, now you can sell it. And whoever you sell it to, you can now give us half.
Yeah, exactly.
That's Twitch's model.
Yeah,
Um,
and it's one of the reasons I was like, you might as well just start doing go sitting on and then we come back to coffee shops. You might as well just go to the local diner or whatever with a sketch pad and hope somebody says, "Hey kid, that looks kind of cool. What you doing?"
YouTube, on the other hand,
Yeah.
as wonderful as that is, because you guys, there will be people watching this on YouTube,
Yes, they will.
so I'm going to give equal treatment.
Equal snark.
I reclaim my YouTube time, please. I reclaim my YouTube time.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube, on the other hand,
On the other screen.
does not care about their end users, but they do care about their ads.
Yep.
Which I like. This is the reason why I guess I mentioned the ads come up all the time,
Mm-hmm.
because these ads I make no money on.
Yeah, I know.
Here on Twitch.
That's another gotcha.
But because they only care about the ads and they don't care about the end user, they do care about how many people are watching, because that's how YouTube pays their people, is how many ads people watch.
Yeah.
And they don't care about your content. They just care about how many ads people watch.
Yeah, because it's easier. Yeah.
But here, they all these ads and stuff like that. If I make with all the ads that have run and stuff like that on Twitch, if I make 7 cents,
Okay.
I've made a lot of money on it.
So can I just tell you a silly idea I had, and I don't know if you'd be interested?
Okay.
Since I'm always drinking out of a mug, even before you made me this wonderful, only I get one mug. Instead of doing the mouth thing, would it make more sense for me to be drinking out of the mug all the time? Instead of the open mouth, closed mouth.
Oh,
Anyway, did that reminds me. I remember when before the whole streaming stuff started, and you were doing some of your other stuff. Um, it's not from the boxing unboxing. There was something else that we were talking about, like doing the old timey wimey, silent, you know, the word cards they would do.
Okay.
In like Pauline and Perils, you know, and stuff like that. Like, oh, the train comes, you know, because
Yeah.
they're not talkies. Did we ever talk about that, or was that one of those things that like it was in the back of my head and I never said it out loud?
I don't remember it, so maybe it was in the back of
In
your
my
head.
head the entire time, yeah.
What was this about?
Because when you started doing the unboxings, it reminded me of some of the original black and whites that didn't have sound, and that's why they used to have the do 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 do.
So the pantomiming and stuff like that?
No, I mean like they had the music rolls that were on the old brass discs and stuff like that. And so I was wondering if you ever were going to start putting up cards before you launch the videos that say things like, oh, "What's in the box?" You know, let's see. You know, like that kind of silliness.
Yeah, I did think about doing something very similar.
But it just never came about.
It's what's really hard to imagine, because my earlier videos on YouTube are hard to watch.
I know. I've heard you sing.
I did a lot of singing videos.
I remember.
Some of them are hard to watch, and some of them are like even the early morning commutes. Once my muffler started going,
oh my gosh!
those videos are absolutely 100% unwatchable.
Are they unwatchable or are they unlistenable?
They're both.
Did you ever think of like going back and dubbing them?
I
think that would be hilarious.
It would be. I can put music in there and everything.
No, you should actually like, you know, do the whole like muffler noise in the background and then and then there's you talking. And you just do the voiceover. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm still trying, for some reason, and this is bugging me now. I know we had another early tech platform that went away before MySpace. And everybody was so shocked at how spectacularly it blew up in its own face. I'm trying to remember what it was.
There's been a lot of things.
Well, I mean, there were a lot of come and gones, but there was something else. You know, I'll just...
I mean, like that... I think it was one of the weird things that happened with when I watched the movie The Social Network, which is about the founding of Facebook.
Okay.
They made it really seem like Facebook was the only thing out there. They don't realize like
oh, I know.
the thing that they forgot, there were hundreds of things going on. And the only reason that something like Facebook was attractive to a person like me, like the only reason I made an account is because it was college only and I was in college at the time.
I mean, this is what I was worried about. Okay, yeah, because they're listing like everything. So like AIM is in here and app. Yeah, this is more than, this wasn't quite what it says. Social networking services. Yes. But there was another one that was.
Yeah, so I don't know which one you were talking about.
I don't either. That's the joke about it. But Bolt. Teenagers. I love these descriptions. So, well, because it was like, when I found out recently that somebody, I think I mentioned this to you, that somebody we know still has access to their Hotmail address. And I was so envious because even though I don't work in that field anymore, but I was so envious because I had such a fun name back then. And then I forget which move it was that I lost access to it, and
More
then
fun than Figgy? I can't imagine.
it was theater artist with the British spelling, so I could look all pretentious. What?
Okay. Yes.
What? I don't have access to it. Who cares if people send stuff to it?
Okay.
And the truth is, I really only had it for a short period of time. But I was just like, because I was still doing that kind of work, and it was just like, man, I can't believe I lost that.
Man.
Yeah. And of course now I'm like, well, it was nice when I had it, but I wouldn't use it now. I haven't done that work in a while.
I'm trying to think if I even had a Hotmail account. I may probably did. I don't remember what it was.
Well, I didn't really have email until undergrad. And I don't even remember when. It had to have been at least mid-ish 90s. So, I don't know. I really don't know.
I had it with both the colleges I went to. Undergrad and grad. And those were like my big ones. And then, of course, Yahoo.
Mm.
Yahoo!
It was so dorky in the beginning. So, founded in 1995, Hotmail.
Yeah, it's like it came out like after I already had email accounts, so
Yeah, so, but it was my first not college email, So, wow. It's one of the reasons I love Internet Archive stuff, because there's just things that you forget, like, wow, we really thought that was cool back then, huh?
what, the postage stamp?
Yeah, just so many
Logo?
things that, because it was hot at the time, kind of thing. And I'm not trying to make a bad pun, but I did anyway. All right, yeah, brain, you win
Bad
this
pun.
round.
Bad pun, bad.
But it's just one of those things that because we were talking about computer companies, and I was gonna the .com thing.
Mm.
And now we had that bubble, and then we had a finance bubble not long after, and then now here we are having another tech bubble, and the finances that they've been trying so hard to hide with all these fake, money coins. Yeah. I mean, we all know that's why they wanted to get rid of Powell. They wanted him out so they could put in a yes person, and they would say whatever this is where the stonks are now, and everything's great, and just keep buying, and then later you'll find out that they're not there, and we don't care because we'll all be dead. Yay! That's how I feel, and I know it's why so many people are starting to realize, like, there's a whole generation that is becoming the new lost generation for completely different reasons.
One of the reasons that the bubble hasn't burst yet,
It's because they're artificially propping it up. Yeah.
which it can't, is because they're using money that doesn't exist
Yeah, I know.
to keep feeding and making the calls.
Give me your doing concurrence.
To make the calls at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And even when it does a shortfall, they have to make the calls at the end of the day, and that money doesn't even really exist.
Mm.
So
Friendster, that was the one we were trying to remember the other day, and I think you did think of it
yes,
for social medias. I was never on that either. I do remember the stupid classmate.com thing, and they wanted you to pay, and I'm like,
nope.
Why would I do that? I go home for Christmas. I don't need to.
Mm.
And I don't know. Maybe that's my fault because I didn't join maybe that's why I drifted away faster, than a whole bunch of people who all wound up going back there. I don't know. I really don't. So, what's the title for this one again?
Two Meanings on the Art of Denial.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Things change. The more things change, the more they stay the same. I'm trying to. The reason I was trying to remember what the hot item at the time was, is that I've been the way people are handling the changeovers over the years with digital medias that go away. Medias, mediums, social sites, whatever. And I just remember that, certain ones kind of just melded, or got bought up, and then they were all with this one, or then this happened, and,
And a few closed down.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, is like sometimes they would just have to close one down because everybody's like, I already have enough of you in our portion, so you can just, think about your life choices. But I mean, I still have, somehow, don't ask me how because I don't even know, but I still have access to some of my earliest blogs. That were like not .wordpress. It must have been Blogspot or whatever the heck it is. But like the last time I checked, I could still get into them. And that's when I started finding out that there are people who are still propping up a lot of and it's not just nostalgia. It's just they don't want to move on. They
Right.
just want this to be the thing. And it's like, well, what's going to happen? Are you just going to keep using it till you die, or is it until you're waiting for something that's like this, but isn't like this enough that you'll be like, yeah, this is fine. And I think because we grew up with Polaroids turning into digital, turning into digitized, all this kind of impermanence being permanent.
I think what it is where social media is, the numbers seem to matter to people.
Because they've been taught to.
Yeah, and
you have to have the most followers. You
Yeah.
have to have the most likes. You have to attract the most whatever, so you can be. What did they used to call that? It's not sponsored. It's referrers or whatever. All those silly little programs where you get like a penny every 15 people or something like that.
Yeah.
And it all, I mean, yes, brilliant marketing. Bravo. You got a whole bunch of people to get addicted to a system that basically wasn't even worth a peanut butter sandwich.
Right.
But it's one of the reasons why the whole, now we're still doing the influencer thing and everything else. And it's like, I don't know. I guess it's why I always say there's a reason that 4 billion people go to Hollywood and only 5 ever make the stage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now it's like they don't even choose anymore. It's just like, are you making your own videos? Did we spend any money on you? Sure, put it on our platform. You know what I mean? Like, it's just garbage in, garbage out all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there are people who could say that about, why do I want to listen to randos talk about history? Because it's not even like I'm learning anything, so it's
whatever.
I know. And well, because it was one of the things that I remember in the early YouTube that doesn't sell actual pipes days, was that they didn't even have vocabulary for how to do the categories.
Mm-hmm.
So you had to go through that site and you had to know somebody you want to talk about networking? There's this person that shows you how to get rid of dandelions, and then later you could actually search for their name. That kind of stuff. And then they had the subscriptions, and then they had this, and then they had that, and then they started doing the silly plaques. I was like, oh, it's like participation trophies. This is so cute. A lot of people got mad at me about that. Oh my gosh, so many people. But in the beginning, it was so easy because there just weren't, and now they've got nothing but AI 99% of the time. I get so sick of looking at it. Which is why a friend was very generous and gave me a way to filter them better. But I still haven't had time to try to implement it, and I'm so sorry because they were very nice to share that tech with me, and I've just been too busy.
the AI slop is just exactly that. It's just awful.
And it drives me crazy because, you know, I'm one of those people who grew up with books like Silent Spring, which were already out by the time I was born. And here we are, you know, we just decided, oh, that environmental stuff, drill baby drill. Here we are again. Oh, we're gonna get rid of. Oh, this is the one I didn't see if you heard this or not. They're gonna get rid of the gas mileage minimums. You know, the whole blank per mile. Yeah, they're throwing it out the window. 99 cents gallon. 99 cents gallon. Throw out the milk. We're gonna feed the cat ethanol. I mean, it's literally just. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's possible to get it under $1.
But that was you never saw that cartoon?
Yes, I did.
Okay, yeah. Now, who knows? Maybe if we have a Carrington event, we might get back to there because nobody will have records. I never thought I would cheer for a Carrington event.
You're not cheering for the meteor anymore?
You know, the problem with my luck lately is that it would happen when I'm sleeping and I wouldn't even get to enjoy it.
Yeah, we have to have an event where we can watch the whole world burn down.
Yeah, exactly. Like if it's the end of the world,
and we need to watch it from our porch.
Yeah. So.
Hey, look at that.
Is somebody come visit?
Like clockwork.
What? Another ad?
It's ban you.
Oh, the bots. Yeah. The bot wars never have stopped.
So obviously the I didn't have that happen yesterday because I didn't stream yesterday. But I thought it was slowing down, and
still like clockwork, huh?
it is every time I hit like around the 1 hour and 30-minute mark, they come in. It's you know, I have to admit, it's almost like I want to freaking stop streaming. Just do an hour and a half and stop streaming.
Nope. The bot is telling us our time is up.
Yeah, the bot has come in and we got to ban him and.
Aw, gendered. It.
Okay.
Unless it's got, you know, a very male presenting.
Well, it's stupid and it doesn't do much, so it must be male.
This much. Anyway.
It's absolutely 100% useless.
Yeah, this
must be male.
Yeah, this is me actually being a stinker. This is not me actually criticizing. So yeah, so we both have had a pretty rough last 24 to 48 hours.
Yeah, if it thinks in the middle of the woods and there's not a woman around to hear it,
is it stupid?
Is it still a man?
I mean, like, given all the jokes that are still told now, you know what I mean, that were used when many moons ago, mani.
Chotemani.
You always do it like you want to make it Italian, and it sounds
Chotemani. Oh, Mario and Luigi. What's a Chotemani?
I can't imagine. Yeah.
I'm a Korean, eh?
No. Don't. I don't want you to get.
Am I getting canceled?
I don't know what's it take these days.
Money.
Mm-hmm. So.
Sorry, my own freaking botting event. It messes me all up. Really does. I wish it didn't.
Because it's like a record scratch thing, I guess.
Yeah, it kind of like it because it's now happened so fucking often. I'm just kind of like, why are you freaking doing? Like, just stop already.
Now, has the platform given up moderation with that stuff, or is it just like, we gave you this thing to bat it away, be grateful?
I think it's I think that they are. I don't know how well they're working to get rid of them, but they do get rid of a lot of shit.
I would love it if they actually did something fun with it. Like, if your bot comes in, a Pong board comes up, or like Duck Hunt comes up, and you can, like, have people bat the bot around or try to shoot them. See, that would be something creatively fun. You know what I mean?
We don't have fun here.
We can have fun here. It's just everything just keeps blowing up lately. I don't know what I did in a former life, but woo, it must have been a good time.
Alright.
Alright, what?
Let's find somebody to raid.
Okay. I still think you're in that weird sticky place. Raid-wise. Time-wise. Raid time-wise? Raid time-wise. I don't even know if that's a thing.
Let's find out who's on first. If there's nobody on, we'll talk
Who's
around
on
for.
first? What's on second? I don't know. On third?
Talk around for a little bit while longer.
Do they ever copyright claim jokes though?
Not really.
It's not. I mean, it's a routine. It's not just a joke. I don't know. I guess I picked a good thing.
You know who we haven't seen in a very long time, and we haven't rated
No.
in a very long time? Hubbleton.
For whom the raid goes.
I like how
I'll never know.
I like how they show me options for people to raid, and not a single goddamn one am I following. or is following me.
By design.
My preference would be that it's a mutual thing going on, and we follow each other.
Sorry, I've been up since 3 o'clock in the morning yesterday. It's so weird.
Let's
like, without
see.
glasses.
Ooh, yay.
Ooh, yay?
Yeah.
Oh, yay, oh, yay.
Oh, yay. All right, we'll do the last minutes. I'll stop our music.
Okay. Oh, that was your raid music?
Yeah. I don't have rave music,
Okay.
but
Is this supposed to be a cross between Mortal Kombat and Tron? Is that what that was?
something like that.
Okay.
All I know is that it's definitely free.
Okay.
And it's by the Relaxed Movement, so I give them credit. See, I don't even leave. I did have somebody ask me, they're like, wow, do you do your own background music? And I'm like going,
No.
sadly, no. It's the Relaxed Movement, and if you need to use it for your stream, you can just use it.
Yeah.
That's what he does. It is pretty much all the same music. He does
Yeah.
not create new music, and it's doing all the same.
So you're saying it's like the Ghibli Brown?
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, did they freaking bring in a
I don't know what you're saying.
grumble?
What happened? Did somebody raid first?
No, I think another Pokemon came through. Here we go. We've raided.
Okay. I'm crashing.
All right.
Everybody loves to talk about Friendster and the failed social media things. I never had a Friendster account that I can remember. Hey, Bubba. You got that already, hon? I know. Why do I keep crowding your walkway with my stuff? Kind of rude of me. I know. I know. Terrible void, Mama. Yeah, I know you want lap. I see you. I see you. Come on. I got you, bub. Yeah. You were not in basket tower today when I got up, but then again, usually you are not up that late up there. You come after. So I probably confused you as well. But yesterday was a weird soup day. 2 days ago now, actually.